Welcome back. I'm MTG Joe, and today we're going to be playing some Simic Adapt to Ascendancy. So we're basically playing all the good Adapt cards from the Simic Guild, 1/1 counter theme deck that has the alternate win con through Simic Ascendancy. So Simic Ascendancy, for 3 mana, let's put 1/1 counters on a creature you control, but really it's the second part that we're considering. So whenever one or more 1/1 counters put on a creature you control, put that many on Simic Ascendancy. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 20 or more counters, you win the game. So this is a mana sink that we can make our creatures big. We have Benthic Biomancer, which is a 1 mana adapt for 2, and then whenever a 1/1 counter is put on it, we basically get to loot, draw a card, discard. We have Growth Chamber Guardian, which when you adapt, allows you to go find more Growth Chamber Guardians. Playing Incubation Druid. So this is basically a mana dork when it has counters on it, and we can keep adding more and more mana. 4 Kraul Harpooners. So it doesn't really adapt, but this one's more a concession to all the good flyers in the format right now. Can allow us to fight them. We're playing Merfolk Branchwalker. So we have the Explorer package minus Wild Growth Walker. Might be wrong. Might be more relevant to play Wild Growth Walker. We'll play a couple games and see. The Simic Ascendancy, as mentioned, for Hydroid Krasis, which is probably the best creature in Standard right now. Huge mana sink, lets you gain life and draw cards. We're also playing 2 Golgari Raiders. So this is a fun way to kind of get counters onto the Ascendancy. Basically, it has Undergrowth, so it enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each creature in your graveyard. So we could put a lot of counters on Ascendancy this way. And also it has haste, so after say like a board wipe against Esper, you can have a hasty big threat. And then we're playing 2 Zeganas. If we have another creature with a 1/1 counter on it, it draws us a card, and then it gives our 1/1 creatures trample. And then the mana base is pretty much your duels. I'm missing a Hinterland Harbor, so we're just playing a Guildgate. And then, so 22 lands in total. So we'll give this a shot. We'll play a couple games in unranked first, and then if it turns out to be pretty good, we'll bring it to ranked. So for those of you who haven't done so yet, if you're looking for a way to support the channel, clicking the subscribe button right here in the bottom right hand corner. It's a free thing that you can do, and it goes a long way to help support the channel. So it'd be much appreciated if you could. And we'll get started as soon as we find an opponent. Let me know as well in the comments below. I want to continue the budget deck series we are working. If there's any kind of theme or build around cards you're looking for. Or just even non-budget, just kind of fun off the tier list. As much as possible on the channel, we're trying to play non-tier decks. Sounds pretty good. So we'll probably lead on the Branchwalker to find our 3rd land. Opponent's down to 4 and concedes, so not really the best, but we'll take the gold. Alrighty. So we'll keep this hand. Incubation Incongruity was one of the cards I forgot to mention in the deck tech. So basically we're using it mainly for the first half to find some more creatures. Here. Probably take the Jadelight. Digs us deeper at this point. Probably go Kraul Harpooner. It's the largest creature here. So this might be a mono white prison style deck. They'll likely have board wipes here in this matchup. So we'll just Jadelight Ranger here. Perfect. So we hit a couple more land drops. So opponent can make a token if they want. Here we'll play out a Branchwalker and another Harpooner. So we're approaching the turns they can start having board wipes. Yeah. So there's Cleansing Nova 1. That's why we've been holding off the Growth Chamber Guardians. And so this is already at 4 power, so that's something that can sneak up on our opponent. I'm going to lead off with the Jadelight Ranger first. Probably just graveyard this. We want to look for a Hydroid Krasis. Perfect. So we're threatening the point where our opponent needs to start having multiple removal options. So they might have Settle here. We'll see. See what they seal away. It's fine. We'll adapt here. Let's go get another Growth Chamber. And then we can just play this out. So hold back the Raider as kind of like a sneak attack. Okay, so opponent's missing. We'll attack in again with both. It's fine. We'll adapt here. Opponent's also 1 mana short from being able to draw. And we'll just play out another Growth Chamber Guardian. We'll hold back the other Growth Chamber. We're threatening lethal, even if they make a token. Okay, so they have the Cleansing Nova. And this is how we win. And this is why we include the Golgari Raiders. So we'll give it one more in the lower ranks, see how it goes there, and then decide if we want to go to the next stage for ranked play, but felt pretty good there. Opponent did kind of stumble on lands, but they did have 2 board wipes against us, and we were able to continually apply pressure. A little bit slower of a hand, but we'll try it out. Jadelight should help us bridge, and we have Incubation here. Grab a Branchwalker. What else did we see? So probably some sort of black-white or Abzan tokens. Here. Actually, it's probably a good way against like lifelink. Okay, so could be Aristocrats. Let's play out the Ascendancy here. Just have that come into play tapped. Alright, so opponent gets in for some damage. Let's play Jadelight first, see what we hit in case we draw a land. We'll graveyard this, and then draw land. So we're not going to block here, so we can cycle off Zegana. Opponent has Theater of Horrors. They also don't attack. So we can Incubation Druid, but it doesn't actually allow us to play 2 spells, so we'll just play Zegana here. Another Jadelight Ranger is pretty good, so next turn we need another green source to double spell. They get another Pitless Pontiff. If they attack, I'll block here. Fine with that. They play another Pontiff. So here we'll play the Jadelight out. Okay, we find 2 lands. We can play out Incubation Druid. And then try to dig for 1 more creature. Actually, Growth Chamber is pretty good because now we can start chaining Growth Chambers together. No attacks here. Opponent could start pinging us for 1 if they want to unlock. Just keep our life total high. Force them to sack their creatures. Okay, so another Growth Chamber. So we can adapt here. So we pay 5. So how much mana do we have? So it ends up costing 2. And we need double green for that. And it's at a land you can control. I think we just dump our hand this time. Let's adapt here. Gets the counters on it. Actually, so what we'll do is we'll actually block and then adapt this. We're at 4 counters. We'll go get another Growth Chamber. 4, 5, 6. If we get 1 more land. Opponent casts Unbreakable Formation. So let's adapt here. Go get another Growth Chamber. Up to 6, and we'll just block here. They'll gain the life. Does allow them to play a couple cards from hand. But we can just double Growth Chamber. Or actually, Krasis is pretty good here, so if we double Growth Chamber, we're at 7. And then we can just adapt one of them this turn. Get some blocks going. We could actually adapt both of them. No attacks for us. And then next turn we could just start chaining together some big Krasis. Next turn we'd have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sure. So I think okay, so they Rix Mahdi. They spectacle it for full value. So here what I'm actually going to do is put a counter on our Druid so it taps for 1 more mana next turn. And then tap it for green. Adapt one of the Growth Chamber Guardians, and then next turn we can Krasis. So it's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. We can for 9. Get 1 more out of the deck. We can actually do it for 10. 4, 8, 10. Four, 5, 6, 7, 12. Yeah, 10. Or I'm just not counting properly. 9. My mistake. Gets us pretty close to lethal here, so we can actually stop on our upkeep before the trigger goes on the stack, and then just put tokens on it, counters on it. So grinds them out there. So let's play a couple of ranked matches with this deck then, see how it goes. We got a pack, let's crack the pack. Trying to finish off my Ravnica set. Oh, another Incubation Druid. Still think 2 is a good number for this deck. Let's go to ranked. See how it goes there. Let's tank our ranking a bit. We'll go for a match here. Sure. We'll incubation on 1. And then start getting Growth Chamber going. Yeah, let's incubation on 1. We're not going to play the Benthic. We want to get a bit more value out of it. It'll die to pretty much anything. We want to play it on a turn we can at least use it to loot. Or get it to 2 toughness that it can block something. Next turn we'll Branchwalker. Play out the Branchwalker. Draw another land. So next turn we can double creature. The Chain Whirler. So here let's lead on the Branchwalker. So we'll see how the opponent attacks here. Second Chain Whirler is really rough. so we can Jadelight. We can Kraul Harpooner. Let's just Kraul Harpooner here. Just block out Chain Whirler here. It'll die, but it saves us 3 life. Curious. Okay, so they use a Lightning Strike here. That's not bad. So here, I think we gotta play both creatures out. And then just try to dig for a Krasis. Graveyard, we need Krasis. It's one less for us to search with Growth Chamber. Yeah, opponent's got it. Don't know what's up with this platinum tier this game. Even in our last match, haven't played mono red at all, and in the last 2 kind of game styles where we're playing a little bit more fun decks, it's just been mono red. Go one more with the deck. I'll keep this. Again, we'll probably lead off with the Branchwalker first to try to find another land. So then the turn 3 we can Growth Chamber and Incubation. Mono white. Still have this come into play tapped. There is a play where we need to, against Benelish Marshall, Incongruity it, so we still leave him with a 3/3, but it kills the Anthem effect. Okay, so this is straight mono white. It's fine. Krasis will be good late game. Just gotta get to that late game. Let's put this in the graveyard. We need to find more lands. So here we can exile it and then trade. I think we just get out Growth Chambers. Branchwalker lets us dig the most. Also has the best likelihood of becoming large enough. They're at 7 right now for City's Blessing. Let's see what they tribunal here. Chambers probably makes more sense. We'll offer the trade here. We'll graveyard that. So it's not the best because it's not for toughness. So if we don't draw land, one, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, they could still attack with it. Probably just gotta block like that. It's not a defender, it's just an 0-3. So here... pretty much dead. I'll try to draw out the game as long as possible. So they hit us for 3. We'll gain 1 life. Block a 5/5. Yeah, they still got us. So this deck's probably a little too cute for ranked. So we've drawn from Platinum 2 to Platinum Tier 3. But we'll wrap it up for this one. So let me know what you think in the comments below. This is obviously a little bit more cutesy with the Ascendancy compared to something like Hadama's Climb, but it has some elements to the deck there as well. So thanks for watching, and if you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks.